Yo, what's up, guys? We are back, and today I want to talk about my plans for Pokemon Let's Go Eevee when it comes out, because I've had a lot of ideas kind of stirring around, because obviously we're going to be playing Pokemon Let's Go Eevee on the channel. I don't see why we wouldn't. Um, It'd actually be really silly not to. So obviously, we are going to be playing Pokemon Let's Go Eevee on the channel. Now, I was debating, do I just do a regular playthrough? Do I do some sort of Nuzlocke? Or, what shiny hunting? Like, how do I incorporate this to the channel? And I've tossed around a couple ideas because I want to do a Nuzlocke of Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. However, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee are fundamentally different from any other Pokemon main series game that we've had when it comes to Nuzlocks, because of one key rule of the Nuzlocke, and that's you're only allowed to catch the first thing you encounter in each area. Well, encounters don't work the same way in Pokemon Let's Go Eevee as they do in all the other games. Same for Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, but I pre-ordered Let's Go Eevee, so that's the one I'm going to be talking about, even though they're basically the same game. So I was trying to stir around in my head, how can I incorporate a Nuzlocke, um, and try to make it as close to a Nuzlocke experience as possible around the new encounter mechanics. Because for those of y'all who aren't aware, you'll walk up to, let's say, Viridian Forest, for example, and there's just Pokemon walking around. So it's not going to be like, oh, I'm walking in the grass and then I get a random encounter. That's not how it works anymore. You walk around and there's just Pokemon in the overworld walking around. Like, you'll see a Bulbasaur walking around, or a Caterpie, or a Pidgey. They'll just be walking around. So there isn't really a way to be like, oh, I only catch the first thing I encounter on this route, because then it's like, okay, if everything's walking around, I can just walk to whatever the best thing is, and then that's my first encounter, right? So I was trying to figure out how to make that work in a Nuzlocke. And then I had a very interesting idea that what if we make it, because I live stream pretty much all the episodes. I will be live streaming all the episodes of Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. Um, so I thought, okay, what if, let's say I walk into Viridian Forest, right? I'm getting my encounter. Obviously, there'll be more than one Pokemon on screen. So, what if I make it so that each encounter, for example, walking into Viridian Forest, let's say there's a Pidgey, Bellsprout, Bulbasaur, and a bunch of other things, right? What if, for each encounter for the Nuzlocke, you guys in the chat get to decide which Pokemon in that area I get to catch for that encounter of the Nuzlocke? I thought that was a really cool idea. I think that's something you guys are going to enjoy a lot. It also gives you guys kind of more influence on the Let's Play as a whole. And you guys could really dick me over with that too. So, but yeah, so that's my plan for the Nuzlocke. And I'm probably going to have to change a few other Nuzlocke rules, or I might not have to. It depends on how different these games are from the other main series games. But that's the main change, is that you guys are going to be deciding what Pokemon I catch for each encounter. based off of what Pokemon are available in that area when we visit that area. So if there's a Bulbasaur, a Beedrill, and I don't know, like a Bellsprout, and a couple other things, like when we first visit that area, you guys in the chat will get to choose which one of those Pokemon that I catch for my encounter for the Nuzlocke. So that's how encounters are going to work for our Nuzlocke rules, because I had to tweak that a little bit. Um, but I actually really like that idea, because that gives you guys kind of more influence over the playthrough. And anytime I can kind of incorporate you guys into what we're doing, I really enjoy doing that. So this will be kind of a interactive Nuzlocke, if you will. Um, and then obviously regular Nuzlocke rules apply. If the Pokemon dies or faints, then I can't use it anymore. It has to go in the box and it can't be used anymore. If we black out at any time, then the Nuzlocke is over. Um, and just regular Nuzlocke rules. We aren't allowed to get the same Pokemon twice for an encounter, so I will be having the dupes clause rule. So you guys can't just send me in with a full team of fucking Weedle. So that will be the caveat, is I can't catch anything that I've already caught as an encounter prior. Um, and if we find any shinies along the way, we are allowed to catch them, regardless if we've already got an encounter in that area. And we're allowed to use those shinies, because the shiny clause. So regular Nuzlocke rules will apply. There also is a mechanic in Pokemon Let's Go Eevee where catching Pokemon will give you XP. So we'll probably still be catching Pokemon just to get XP for our team, but we're not allowed to use any Pokemon we catch other than whatever encounters you guys choose, and if we find any shinies, then we get to use those. Um, and then, of course, legendary encounters, we will be allowed to use legendaries if we can catch them. Um, so, yeah, that's about it there. So that's my plans initially for when we get Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, is that we will be doing a Nuzlocke playthrough. If we fail the Nuzlocke, then we will continue the playthrough at whatever point we failed at as a normal playthrough. Um, and then once we beat the game, or once we get to the point where we can get legendary encounters, whichever comes first, because I don't know if legendary encounters happen in the main story or if it's post-game stuff. Um, but whenever we get to legendary encounters, we are going to be doing live streams of shiny hunting the legendaries. Um, and then once we've beaten the game and we've gotten the shiny legendaries, then we'll probably go back and do some other shiny hunt live streams. So that is my plans for Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. Um, we'll talk more about the Nuzlocke rules as we know more about the game, and once the game actually comes out. But for the most part, it's going to be normal Nuzlocke rules, with the caveat that you guys will be choosing what my first encounters for each route will be. So yeah, hopefully you guys like this idea. I think it's a really cool idea. And yeah, that's about it. So I'm looking forward to Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. We should be getting it, I believe, November 6th. It might be November 7th, but I think it's November 6th. So that's coming up pretty soon. So thank all you guys for watching. I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of, you know, a little bit of an idea of what my plans are for that. And hopefully this gets you guys excited for our playthrough, because I am very excited. So thank all you guys for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and come on the ground, baby. I'll see all you guys next time. Goodbye, guys.